Hi everyone. This video has basic NPTE requirement in the different state of the United. So mainly I'm going to cover what is the procedure and couple of important things here. So the first thing is we need to complete the bachelor degree. It's a Bachelor of PT. Let's say uh, we might complete from the CUSHA or any other university. So after completing the bachelor degree, the second thing is, let's say I want to apply in the United States for physical therapy license. So what is the procedure and what is the requirement I'm going to cover in this video. So each United State has a different requirement. Let's say California, New York, or it might be any other state. So for example, California has a general requirement. They call general credits. It's like around 50 to 60 classes. That is a law exam. Similarly, New York has a TOEFL. We have to give the TOEFL exam. So each state has a different requirement. In order to see what state has a what requirement, there is a document. I will forward you the link, or at the end of the video I will show you where to look at. So now the first thing is check each state board. After looking into this, there is another let's say for California, so it is a PTBC, pdbc.ca.gov. You can go to the Google and search California PT board or New York PT board, NYPT. From there you itself has a lot of information. What is the requirement, like law exam, TOEFL exam, or how to complete the those requirements. So now after okay, you have to decide based on this. Okay, sometime California has a SSN requirement. If you see on the California board, they say SSN, it must. So based on the requirement, you can decide, okay, what state you want to take the NPTE exam. So for US PT board, each state NPTE is compulsory. So once we decide the state, you have to look for, okay, California, let's say for example California, I want to take the NPTE. So how to start is another things. So there are a couple of agencies, for example FCCPT or ICD. So they are conducting the exam for all the states. Sorry, I'm taking it back. Not conducting. They are mainly for evaluation. And that is called credit evaluation. So what they do, they basically when you go here like www.fccpt.com and then start the procedure, you have to apply here. Let's say I want to apply for credit evaluation for California state. So once you fill up the form, they will send you a couple of documents to fill up, and based on the bachelor degree they might need your results or your transcript and couple of documents like syllabus and all this. So once I would recommend FCCPT is good where I did. So based on that requirement, once everything is okay, the evaluation is done. They will give you the okay. That is a later, like your evaluation and done, and you are good to go. So based on this evaluation or approval later, you are eligible for that state NPTE exam. So now here it's where you have to apply. There is another agency that's called FSBPT. So once you are okay to take the NPTE exam, you can go on the FSBPT and apply. This is the one who is conducting the NPTE. So each state has a connection with FSBPT. So whatever your approval later, you have to submit here or here. So based on that, once your state is say okay, once you apply here, they will ask you about the information, and then they will check with your state, okay, he is eligible or not. So once they find out, okay, I'm eligible for the NPTE exam, there are a couple of, nowadays it's a fixed date, so I think 5 times in a year you have to select the date and appear for the exam. I think this is the main process. So once you get the result, it is clear or not, let's say it's based on that result, they will inform to the state. Now you have to work with the state, and so the state is the one where we have to go, hey, I have NPTE clear, I take the law exam or whatever the requirements. If you fill up here all the requirements, then they will give you the that state physical therapy license, so you can work on that state particular. So this is common for all the state. So first thing is go to the state, check the state requirement, like credits, law, TOEFL, whatever, SSN. Once you decide, okay, go for one state like Michigan or California, then on that state you have to go first on the FCCPT or whoever is doing credit evaluation. Go to that, apply for that particular state. Once the credit evaluation is done, you get the approval. Once you get the approval, you are eligible for the NPTE. And once you clear that NPTE, you can go to the state and say, then submit all the document, and they will provide you the license certificate. So here one more caveat is New York State, where they are doing the evaluation for themselves. So let's say here the evaluation is like they will check all your syllabus and everything and decide what general credits you have to take. Let's say in California, mostly like people have 50 to 60 general credit lacking, so they have to complete those credit from the community college, or there are a couple of sources. I will talk about this in a bit. So this FCCPT for California, they will do evaluation and then they will approval later. But for New York, they will provide approval later. But for New York, whenever you have to apply here, but if you see in that there is a New York, if you go to the FCCPT and check all those options, you will find that New York procedure is separate. So you have to apply here, definitely submit all the documents, and then they will forward that document to the New York, and then New York will does the evaluation, and based on the evaluation they will allow you for NPTE. Okay, you are eligible or not. Sometimes we have to email them to get the status. So whenever you feel something is delayed, just email to accessibility or whatever the state board or FSBBD. They will reply you, and you will see what is the status of current. So now this is all the whole procedure. Now in order to get the general credits, let's say you have to complete the 50-60 general credit for California. So California won't allow you for NPTE exam until you finish those credit. So now in order to complete the credit, there are a couple of good resources. There is a CLEP, college level, it's an examination board. So where I have in the link where I forward you, or which has what are the classes CLEP offer. Those are mainly like mathematical calculus and all those. What is the credit for each class? So that is more important, because you have to finish 50 to 60 credit, and in that credit whatever the report it says, like general credit, you have to biological, there are a couple of groups, so you have to finish, you have to complete those group. Once you get the report, you have more idea which group you need the credit. It might be the mathematical group, or it might be the chemistry, or based on that you have to decide. Or for the lab, there are a couple of lab requirement where you can go to the community college. And you can finish those classes if you are available. The community college is nearby you. So mainly this is the one I wanted to cover. Alright, then that's it.